Now, jazz legend Jonas Gwangwa passed away today. The details of the circumstances surrounding his death are still limited, and joining us to pay tribute to him is multi-award-winning musician Sipho Hotstix. Mabuse, good evening. I'm getting chills as I see one of the pictures that we are, showing here on the show of him and Ntate Hugh Masekela. To think that this is the day in 2018 when we heard of the passing of, Hugh Masekela, and here you are now, mourning somebody that you worked very closely with as well, who you shared so much with again in 2021. Certainly, it's not an easy time for you, I can imagine.
I'm even lost. I don't even know if I have the energy to say anything at the moment because, I've known Gwangwa for well over 40 years now. My first meeting with him was in Botswana when he came with Kaifas, and then ever since we've created great relationships. I think it's 2 years ago, we were commissioned. I was commissioned by Johannesburg Theatre to produce a Legends concert. I was privileged to have to, work with Gwangwa and Prince Lima, Dorothy Masuka, and Abigail Butega. The fact that he was willing to be directed by me, that for me was one of the privileges that any other musician would really cherish. And I think Osbai's passing had a lot to do with, the current situation in which we all find ourselves in. Because Osbai was Gwangwa's pillar. She stood by him all the time, and I'm not even sure that he was ready to hang on to life without his wonderful wife. And I'm just lost for words. Everything that I might say at the moment may probably sound hollow because we've said so many, may his soul rest in peace. We've said so many of those. How long can we continuously be saying those? Can't we, for a change, celebrate someone? Would it be correct? Would it be incorrect for us to try and say, let's celebrate his life? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
And certainly, a difficult time, as you say. And I wonder then, when you met him in Botswana, what stood out for you about him? Because he had quite a unique and a special sound, as many, are talking about it on social media.
What was very critical as a group called the Union of South Africa. They set South Africa ablaze with an album which they brought out. So for me to be invited to Botswana to play in a band that Kaifas has put together with Gwangwa was a milestone. It was a milestone because I was very young at that time, and to find oneself being in a band of such classic standing musicians is a blessing. So then overall, over and above that, when I went to the States, when I went everywhere, I'll be working with Gwangwa. Up to the point when he came back from home, I performed with him when I was running Kippies with him and Brahu. I shared the stage, and it was almost like setting up the reunion of South Africa's band, in which case I probably replaced Kaifas as a saxophonist. It was an amazing reunion, and I'm just so devastated that he's in a hospital, in one military hospital. And when I got there, I knew that, his playing was no longer going to be the same. Like I say, I don't know. I just don't know how to react to this.
And Ntate Mabuse, we're going to give you time for you also just to process this, because certainly it is fresh, and this is someone you've known very closely for over 40 years. But thank you, for even picking up our call and just to be able just to react briefly about him. But we are going to also talk to you in the coming days. I know that this has come as a huge shock for you, but thank you so much for your time. That was award-winning musician Sipho Hotstix Mabuse, and he was, of course, reacting to news of the passing of jazz legend Jonas Gwangwa. Certainly, as you would have heard there in his voice, he's taking it, not so well, because this is someone that he's known for over 40 years, and certainly a difficult time there for him. You can even imagine how difficult this time must be for, his loved ones as well, who are, of course, battling just to piece it all together. This is a legend, someone who even received the order of Ikamanga. Certainly someone who's made an indelible, contribution. People like Hotstix Mabuse and him were not only musicians, but certainly, people that were contributing towards the fall of apartheid at that time. Certainly we are going to be bringing you more reaction to the news of the passing of Obab Jonas Gwangwa. It's time now for an ad break, and when we come back, Buhle will tell you what's coming up in the world of sport.